welcome you to the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's
Living your best life means something different to everyone, especially when it comes to healthcare. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care. We are here for you with one team of experts, providing access to the primary care and highly rated specialty care you need, easily and conveniently. So go ahead, live your best life. We're with you every step of the way. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
Frank, when you think Fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sunkissed Orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Good morning and welcome to the County Soccer Complex in Des Moines. It's the Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. It's Semifinal Friday here as we set up the matchups today for state championships. Dar Danielson alongside Daniel Versteeg here, and we've got the number 7 seed Sioux City Heelan against the number 3 seed Davenport Assumption. And a couple of teams that have a history down here. Assumption, of course, has been down here a lot. And they're always the team that others are looking to shoot for no matter what their seed is coming in.
Yeah, and I mean, we're getting treated to just a matchup of perennial powers. I mean, Bishop Heelan's got the record for overall state tournament appearances. Davenport Assumption's been here 16 years in a row. That's a state record. So two teams that are very familiar with this complex, very familiar with playing some very high-leverage state soccer down here in the semifinals.
And these two teams, if you saw any of the highlights, the boys played yesterday. They've alternated, had some rain and some fog and all kinds of other stuff.
Yep.
Field conditions, there are some low spots where it's a little soggy out there. That could play into it a little bit here. When you get into high crown points, it's not too bad, but you look over and you can see there's a few maybe going to be muddy or wet areas as we get along into the matches today.
Yeah, you kind of worry about down in the sidelines, down near the corners, and you worry on that especially because, there's a lot of quick plants that happen there. You know, make some big cross passes. There's a lot of physical play that happens down in the corner. So both teams are going to have to kind of see how the ball is going to roll today. They're going to have to see how their footing is, and that's going to help hopefully dictate how they need to play here in this semifinal.
So these two teams into the semifinals once again, and talking with the Heelan coach, and he made the good point that, you know, hey, we're not playing the 11-time state champions. We're playing the 2023 version of the school, and that's what you have to think about. You don't have to, you know, and that's something that Heelan has to think about on the Davenport Assumption side. It helps them thinking, hey, we've been here before.
Yep.
We, you know, and they have these. The players have been on teams that have won, and so they kind of – you get that feeling where we're going to win, you know, and then Heelan, they have to overcome that a little bit.
They do, because Heelan's been here a number of times. They've gotten to the state championship game a number of times, and unfortunately for them, they've had to run into this Assumption squad, and they've lost some of those championship games to this side. So, you know, for Heelan, they've had a long tenured head coach in Sean Mansfield. He's taken them to 14 state tournaments, so he's got that veteran presence. Coach Moss for Davenport Assumption, she played on those first championship teams in the early 2000s. There's all that history there, but again, like Coach Mansfield said, you're playing 2023. There's no reason to think about the 2011 championship game or, you know, the 2018 title game. This is 2023. This Crusader squad, look at their strengths now. This Knight squad, look at them and see what you can do against them this year versus, what happened in the 4 previous meetings at state.
So teams are getting ready. We'll have starting lineups coming up here in just a bit. And let's take a break here. We'll do that. We'll come back. We'll be ready for the announce the starting lineups and get ready. We're semifinal Friday here at the Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Let me see.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7. Rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, an Iowa farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. As proud title sponsor of the state soccer tournament, the Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to creating a vibrant future for Iowa through partnerships and programs that help cultivate individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. Making it to the state tournament is a great accomplishment that takes a lot of support. That's why we provide millions of dollars in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence. And to help celebrate this achievement, the Iowa Farm Bureau provides commemorative soccer balls for each team competing in the state tournament. These keepsakes are a great way for these athletes to remember their experience here, as well as the teammates, coaches, parents, teachers, and mentors who've all played an important role in their journey. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau, congratulations to all the players and coaches on an outstanding season, and good luck in the tournament.
At the Girls State Soccer Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau here in Des Moines at the County Soccer Complex on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Dar Danielson, Daniel Versteeg. One thing I'm noticing right away, we don't have the breeze we had yesterday, Daniel. The early game we did, it's well, just as I say, it picks up a little bit, but we had a pretty good breeze most of the day, and that kind of helped, you know, dissipate the heat a little bit as it blows across you. And we got the sun right up there, and then I don't know, with all this rain, if we'll feel more humid probably as the day moves on.
Yeah, and you know they've been doing the water breaks, you know, midway through each half, and you know, whether or not, we'll have the run and gun kind of style of play we saw on Wednesday, where it is the kind of lob up into the wind, use that to your advantage, go chase down after it, or will it be a more slow, methodical game with the field being a little bit slower, being wet, being a little bit more sloppy? I mean, we could see two totally different styles of play of soccer here today versus Wednesday with the wind. It's going to be really intriguing. And with, two very experienced team, we talked about their history here at the state tournament. I'm really intrigued to see what both coaches dial up, what the game plan is going to be, and how each of them tries to get back to the state championship game. Of course, Assumption's been there. We know a number of times. Heelan's only won one title, but they've been to the championship numerous times. So looking forward to a great semifinal here today.
And I know in all three games I did yesterday, two of those with you, that action out of that first water break was key.
Yes.
In every match I did yesterday. And we'll see if that holds key here too.
Yeah, the first 20 minutes, a feeling out process. You get what, I guess, for lack of a better term, a timeout, basically a free timeout, and you can discuss things, you can work on the keys. And, I'm really intrigued to see the adjustments at that point.
Iowa Girls State Soccer Tournament, and this Class 1A semifinal match between the Crusaders from Bishop Heelan and the Knights from Davenport Assumption. Let's meet the teams in this 1A semifinals. First, the non-starters for the visiting team, the Crusaders from Bishop Heelan. Number 0, J.C. Aldrich. Number 0, Abby Lee. Number 5, Ashley Nuno. Number 6, Maddie LaFleur. Number 7, Jaden De Leon. Number 10, Kylie Gengler. Number 11, Grace Nelson. Number 18, Natalie Nelson. Number 19, Bryn Kutz. Number 20, Caitlin Porath. And number 22, Maddie Brayfogel. The assistant coach at Bishop Heelan is Kayla Lanfear. Now let's meet the starters for Sioux City Bishop Heelan. Number 00, Lauren LaFleur. Number 2, Maddie Gengler. Number 3, Addison Kuehl. Number 4, Reese Bleeker. Number 8, Lauren Peck. Number 9, Traylon White. Number 12, Elizabeth De Los Santos. Number 13, Nyla Yoakum. Number 14, Marin Frazee. Number 15, Brooklyn Stanley. And number 23, Jada Newberg. The head coach at Bishop Heelan is Sean Mansfield. Now let's meet the non-starters for Davenport Assumption. Number 3, Anna Dolan. Number 4, Sadie Dolan. Number 7, Kathleen Yates. Number 9, Caitlin O'Brien. Number 13, Anna Wyman. Number 14, Emily Yates. Number 18, Annika Ekstrom. Number 20, Maddie Martinez. Number 23, Addie Voss. Number 24, Maddie Toll. And number 25, Heather Jondal. Assistant coach for Davenport Assumption is Michael Harrington. Let's meet the starters for the Knights. Number 1, Madeline Nige. Number 5, Annika Katula. Number 6, Cameron Minke. Number 8, Drew Dorsey. Number 10, Natalie Bonds. Number 11, Belle Langen. Number 12, Liv Holzbrink. Number 15, Ellie Rolfstad. Number 16, Macy Ripslinger. Number 17, Elle Curo. Number 22, Piper Seberg. And the head coach for Davenport Assumption is Elizabeth Moss. Our officials for today's game, the referee is Keenan Dirks. The AR1 is Bridget Kellum. AR2 is Emily Phillips. And fourth official today is Noah Brenny. Congratulations to both teams, and let's play some championship soccer.
Well, the fans are here. We're ready to go for this Class 1A quarterfinal. The winner meets the winner of Des Moines Christian and Gilbert. They're playing over on the other field. They were scheduled to get underway at 10 o'clock, and then those two winners will meet tomorrow at 10 a.m. on for the state championship.
Yep.
So, final thoughts here before we get kicked off here, Daniel.
Well, I'm looking forward to just a great classic soccer match. Again, I know Coach Mansfield talked about we're not playing the whatever state championship team from Davenport Assumption like we played in years back. But, each program has a culture with it, a tradition, and I think you have that with both these programs. They've each been here to the state tournament 20-plus seasons. Obviously, Assumption has the pedigree of winning. Bishop Heelan has the pedigree of getting here consistently and competing. So I'm just looking for both teams to come out here, have calm nerves. I think when you're here a lot, you don't get overly wrapped up in the motion of it all. And
and then when you get to the semifinals, you've had that first
exactly.
game.
You've got
to get
the first
those
game.
nerves out of the way, and you get to the semifinal. Now, the thing in the semifinal, when you start to get late into the match, and you're realizing, okay, season winding down. If you're in the lead, that's good. If you're not, then there's a little more urgency. And each play seems to take on a little more urgency as you get later in the match here in the semifinals.
Yeah, it does, and that's why that experience and that history, that's where it comes into play right here. Is for those late, you're down a goal, 10 minutes to play, you need something to happen. They know what they've been doing all season. They know what they've done in years past, and they'll be able to make something happen.
You see, Assumption will be in the red and black tops here with black shorts, and then all white for Sioux City Heelan. They'll be on the right of your screen. Assumption on the left of your screen. Assumption will kick it off to start here. And we are underway with the semifinal in Class 1A. Into the middle and then quickly drop back. And Assumption. Carreau will take it outside. Under pressure there by White. And that's going to go down the line and back to Assumption.
Well, you're seeing Heelan right now. They're coming out aggressive. They want to set the tone early. That pressure by Traylon White is kind of the epitome of that, and you see Heelan really scrapping for the ball here.
Katula down the right sideline finds some room now between defenders. She's come across, and nobody there. Almost hit back into the net by Heelan.
Wow.
As that came in there, they looked around, no defenders, but if you miss-hit that ball, now Heelan trying to come back the other way on the break, but here's Ripslinger. She sends it up the field. Already seeing a little hand fighting and pushing here, so they're coming out to play, and that's fine. Body-to-body contact. Soccer's a contact sport.
It is.
See that,
people think you get touched and fall down. It's got to be a foul every time. No, soccer is very physical.
And it's only when you're gaining an advantage by doing that you're going to see the whistle call.
Exactly.
Carreau sends it up ahead into that dead spot there, but cleared out by the defender, De Los Santos.
Well, obviously, Assumption had the best first scoring chance of the day. They're putting the pressure on, and now it's Heelan's turn to respond.
Back up top there. Can Heelan turn it and get it across the half? And the pressure kept on there by Seberg. Now bringing it up is Newberg. Newberg, she runs into some defenders, and Assumption keeping some defenders back here around White.
Well, Assumption's keeping those defenders back. They know Heelan's got an outstanding forward line of Peck, White, and Newberg. Those are three outstanding goal scorers. They got to keep an eye on all of them.
Comes in right in front of the net there, and she tried to turn, but the defender there, she can't get the shot off. Headed back toward the goal. Now Heelan trying to clear. They get it out there to Newberg, but then quickly coming in and knocking it down to Seberg. So Assumption trying to hold them into their half. And they do. They'll get a throw.
And you see that with
I guess it didn't go out, so they'll just play it.
Well, but yeah, you see that with Assumption all season long. They want to keep the pressure on. They want to keep you on your heels. They don't want you to get any advantage on them. And by Assumption standards, when you get into your own attacking half, that's an advantage for you. And so Assumption really, really wants to control the pace. They want to control the possession, especially down in this third.
This will go to Assumption now. And so far, Heelan has not seen the ball across their half but for a little bit and not very deep. They're going to try to turn that around if they can. But Assumption is going to keep on the attack. And, the flag goes up now, so that did go out. And battle for possession over there. Again, Assumption kind of loaded up to that side of the field. They get it back, but nobody back there for Heelan. And that's one thing where Heelan, too, you can't keep too many people back because if you do, Assumption's going to push up on you and attack.
Right.
They get it up ahead looking for White, their leading scorer.
29 goals on the year for Traylon White, and she had a pair of goals in their regional final win over Sioux Center. I mean, just a dominant regional tournament. The Crusaders outscored their opponents 26-0 on their way to state.
Now back the other way, and Heelan will send it out, and it'll be a throw-in for Assumption. So Assumption playing pressed up in their half. There's a long outside pass, looking for Catula over there. She's trying to run it down against the defender. And
that's going to be a goal kick.
Goal kick, yep. She was trying to get it off the defender, but didn't do it.
Well, right now, I think every forward line, really, they got to feel like they're just dribbling in a cardboard box right now. I mean, just with
yeah, when you get that ball, and that's where you got to start spreading out.
Yeah, exactly.
One touch and pass it again.
But I mean, shoot, even that first touch is really difficult today.
Yeah, because they're marking pretty tight, aren't they?
Absolutely, both sides. I mean, it's really impressive to watch.
Catula back over now. Time for Heelan to try to send it through, but they get it in there. Ripslinger is waiting for it, and they try to send it back to the middle a little bit too much on it, and that'll be a Heelan throw.
And, I think both teams are starting to recognize that just within the last 15, 20 seconds or so, Dar. They've been trying to do more one-touches. They realize they're not going to be getting away with, a ton of dribbles here today. They're going to have to one-touch and go. And
fans not happy with that tackle from behind there by White, but
no whistle. No play on.
Whistle. She was trying to play the ball. And now the throw in down toward the corner. And that'll go back to Heelan.
Just a tip off the foot of Menke there, the freshman for Assumption.
Now they're going to come way down the line. That was a nice throw. Nobody up there, but it gets it back deep and maybe a chance to work with it.
Look at that hustle from Traylon White.
That Assumption calmly, Ripslinger now back the other way. Here comes Heelan. Lobs it into the middle. White coming down there. Heelan doesn't have the numbers right now. Mm-hmm. They go deep, and trying to run it down was Menke.
And with what you were talking about there with the not having the numbers, that's where Assumption can put the pressure on now here. They have the number advantage and they're attacking third.
Now up top, shot out of there by Gangler. Here comes Heelan. They'll go over to the left side. Set it up toward the middle. I'm going to settle it, and there's a shot, not much on that by Carew. But again, you get it in that box in there in front of the goal, and things can happen.
You keep getting chances, and you're going to come up with something eventually. And but it's going to take a lot to get past these goalkeepers.
Bleeker.
Niji for Assumption and LaFleur for Heelan.
Working one-on-one. They're trying to get it away, and that goes off of Bleeker back to Assumption. So Heelan had a chance to get it down there, but good, calm ball handling by Assumption. And they come out of it. Now there's Peck. And back over. Menke sends it outside to Holspring. Trying to go over the left side of the field, and then a miss hit there to drop it back. That's one thing you don't see with both these teams too much. Usually they're passing right to the feet.
Right.
They're making good, crisp passes.
And the adjustment I've noticed here the last couple of minutes is we talked about it seems like they're dribbling within a cardboard box. There's just not a whole lot of room to do anything. They're starting to play those passes out to space more, realizing everybody's marked up so well, got to get it out in space and have someone run it down.
Yeah, because if you got three people on, you can get it over them. Maybe you can outrace them.
Exactly, use your athleticism at that point.
Go out to Assumption. Here's Catula. Will throw it down the line. Nice throw down the line there, and headed out by De Los Santos just to allow her teammates to get back. Now coming back this way, it'll be Assumption again, and again Catula will throw it in. looking for Minky up there. Now down toward the corner. And pushing off the ball as Yoakum got it there. White trying to get in from behind. A little double team action. Now a battle up the sideline, and it goes off of Assumption. Well, White is really pushing hard, trying to make something happen here, isn't she?
Yeah, they're starting to see the tempo now, and yeah, it's going to take hustle like that from Traylon White to be able to possess the ball cleanly and get it a touch.
And now a foul called, and I think they're going to call that on White, a little bit too aggressive. She was trying to get to that ball and get it down in the corner, but just early on, just trying to make something happen.
Yeah, and it's going to take that aggressiveness from everybody in the forward line for Heelan to be able to get one on the board, but Traylon White's embodying that, and she's going to need some help if they're going to get a scoring chance here early on.
This one comes up, doesn't quite get across the half as Heelan gets to it first. They turn back inside, now chasing. Oh, swept out of there by Bleeker. But Assumption there. Now White goes down.
What a tackle.
Tackles the ball back the other way.
It's about as textbook a tackle as you can get.
Yeah, going straight for the ball,
straight
getting
for
around
the,
the defender.
Nope, no legs.
Yep.
Beautiful.
That'll come back now to the other side. Was he calling a?
Looks like
a foul over there.
Yeah, I think he got a foul
kind
of behind the ball. It looked like
late challenge maybe that they call. So free kick here for Assumption. Well, Heelan flirted into their own half for a little bit, but Assumption now trying to take it back. Here we go, turn it out.
Here's the most space anybody's had all day.
De Los Santos comes up. Nobody back deep though. She might have been better to carry it up. Now here's White. White crosses it over, gets taken down.
No whistle. No whistle.
Well, I think it was both legs tangled. There was no defender held her ground, and they tangled legs and went down. And then there's a little theatrics in some of that too, I think. But
just a little.
Back the other way. These players, all the years of soccer, they know what, how to try to work something here. Far corner, and that'll stay with Heelan. So Heelan in their last third with the ball for the first time today.
Yeah, Assumption's been down in their attacking third for a while, but this is the first opportunity Heelan's got down here.
Up top, they get by. Defender, can she get to the ball? Oh, man, a quick recovery there.
What a recovery from Katula.
Yeah, Katula looked like she was beaten there, but she burns out and gets back to it. Now Dorsey. Dorsey down and a tackle of the ball. Takes it away, goes back the other way. Fans are not happy, but she went clear down and came up with the ball.
Are we sure we're in the first 12 minutes of this match?
I know.
I mean, goodness gracious.
Yeah, there's a flurry.
I mean, shoot, Dar, we're playing this like there's 4 minutes left in the championship game. I realize we're in the semifinals, but this is the feeling out process. This is when you're trying to get into a rhythm, and man, these teams are not wasting any time getting into the action.
Now a free kick here for Heelan. Maddie LaFleur. Or excuse me, that's
Peck.
Lauren Peck. 8, not 6, and that'll go out.
Good job by Niji just to play up and not even give an opportunity for a redirect.
Now that the official talked a little bit, there was close to some head-to-head up in the air, and that's what they want to avoid because that could cause some injury.
Yeah, that's you never want to mess around with any of that kind of stuff.
And right off of White, she hustles down again, is going for the ball, White. And the keeper comes out, the keeper's out. Oh, and it's high over the goal. They had a wide open goal for a minute, but the defender did slide back in there and help out, but boy, an opportunity lost for Heelan.
That is an incredibly aggressive play by Madeline Niji, and it worked out for her, thank goodness. she's recognized from her vantage point that Traylon White is the player that's making things happen offensively for Heelan. And she took her away for a moment, and unfortunately on that backside, Reese Bleeker just couldn't find the goal.
There's a foul, and it'll be a free kick now for Assumption. But you can see Traylon White, she does not give any quarter at all when she gets in there.
I mean, that keeper, Niji, went after her. She just dribbled it by her and tried to center it.
That one comes in a little hot, and now Heelan turns it back the other way. Going to try to run it down. And Assumption will just have to send it out over there.
It's a good job.
And regroup, yeah.
Yeah, Seaberg knew Newberg was on her backside and had to make a play there.
I mean, you're setting up into a 2-on-2, but,
With Newberg and White, 2-on-2 is not what you want to be. You want to have another extra body there.
Yeah, you want an extra person to help defend those two.
Exactly.
For sure. Here's Heelan now trying to turn it back around. Stanley over to the right. I'll battle over there, Frazee. And that'll go back out to Heelan. So some flurry of action here early in this half.
One thing we know for sure, both teams are going to earn that water break here in about 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes will come up on it, and they'll need it.
Yeah.
With the you see already a few of the Assumption players, hands on their hips a little bit. And this one coming across, and goal!
Well, that's Traylon White. And what an aggressive look. She played the volley beautifully. What a centering pass it was as well. And Heelan strikes first. How about
put that in?
Dar?
Did you see who got the assist? I
think it was Newberg. It looked like Newberg.
Might have been. But White gets goal number 30 on the season and gives them the early 1-0 lead. Wow, that was perfect down the corner and then just laid it right in front of the net.
I mean, I don't think she could have set the ball on her own foot any better than that pass from the corner. Just fantastic.
So here's Assumption. They'll be playing from behind, but they're used to that. And there's a foul out top as Maddie LaFleur comes out, draws the foul. So Heelan, you can see early, they're going to be aggressive, it appears, as a game plan against Assumption.
Well, and like we noticed with the first minute or so, it's about setting the tempo. It's about dictating the pace. It's about doing what you want to do, controlling what you can control. And, Heelan's doing that to a T right now.
Yeah, and there's a foul called on Seaberg. And now Heelan with an opportunity here. Free kick just across the half to go back the other way. Good kick aiming for the corner. It's off the head over there of Newberg. And that'll go back to Heelan.
Man, a second goal here would do wonders for Heelan and really put Assumption behind the 8 ball. Heelan's not playing the history, but the Crusaders have never beaten Assumption here at the state tournament, so they'd love to get that first one here and get to the title game.
Still out top in front of the goal there. Heelan trying to turn it. Looking to spread it out. Now back over. Inside. White turn. Goal!
Well, right on cue, Dar. There's the second goal of the first half, and it's Lauren Peck. What a shot to the top corner, just off the fingertips of Niji. And, man, we blinked, and it's now 2-0 Bishop Heelan to start the contest.
And just when they've gotten in front of the goal, they just played it perfectly there.
Yeah, I mean, they're not wasting their opportunities. We've seen some of that so far.
And I think the aggressiveness has made Assumption a little tired early.
Yeah, they're playing on their heels right now on their back line, and that's what's leading to these free opportunities for the Crusaders.
But Heelan, their forwards have just turned it up a little bit.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll see. Now Assumption down 2-0 here, and we haven't even hit the water break. And they'll send it over to the left side. That was Peck with the goal. She had 16 coming in. And Assumption now trying to flip the momentum a little bit. They had it all early, and then Heelan just became aggressive. And they're clearing that ball out quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's a really great play by Ripslinger and defense. I mean, these players can feel when the momentum's turning, and sometimes you just got to get that thing out of there, stop it.
Got an IMT Insurance substitution. All the substitutions today brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free at imtins.com. This one going down toward the corner. Back there is Seaberg, and she'll send it clear up into the stands. And Heelan will come down. And once again, down in their own third almost here.
And once again, Assumption just finds themselves on their back foot here in this first half. That water break can't come soon enough for the Knights.
Big booming shot there by Gingler. It's going to go out, but she was trying to maybe pick up something in transition.
Come on, girls, keep digging. Come on, Heelan.
Battling for it at the half. Newberg. Stanley now out there for Traylon White again. And Keel. And now Assumption back the other way. So where we saw Assumption control it in their half, now back Heelan is doing that right now on this point of the match.
Well, and obviously the forward and midfield line is getting a lot of the credit with the 2 goals on the scoreboard, but the aggressiveness is still there from the fullbacks, all the way back there. They're still playing with aggressiveness. They're playing the ball deep, making sure their front line can get some opportunities.
Calling it push a challenge on that kick, so it'll be a free kick here, and
Heelan can really set something up here now.
Yeah, and then probably once we get a stoppage, they'll go to that water break. Heelan ready to go. Assumption gets it though, comes back the other way, but Heelan steps in. Yoakum, and then a foul called on Heelan.
You usually wait for these water breaks until the ball is played out of bounds. So normally the free kicks don't result in that. So
no, because you don't want to
kill the momentum
of a
exactly.
free kick here. Yeah, because sometimes you could line up and kick it quickly. Now they didn't there, but they did allow them to set up deep. And we'll see here. Oh, it's going to stay in.
Yeah, good hustle there from LaFleur.
She tried to set it up the left side for White, but back the other way. Carew. That's Yates. Heading back in, and the keeper's going to pick that up. LaFleur. Lauren LaFleur, the senior. He boots it up on the run and sent out of there by Ripslinger.
Yep, that's going to be the water break there.
Going to be a Heelan throw when we come back in out of the water break.
And for Assumption, it can't come soon enough after 2 goals in the first 20 minutes by Heelan.
And while we got a break, fans, Central College has you covered with career-building programs. With tuition less than $20,000 a year and tons of scholarships, it's the best decision ever. Apply today at central.edu. So saw Assumption start out well, kept Heelan trapped, and then Heelan just got more aggressive. And I think you said it there. They were dumping it over that wall and running to it. And then when the ball got over, they were just attacking.
Well, and we had made the comment, and I think at about 8 minutes into the contest about how it just seemed like they were playing, under a bowl. There was not a whole lot of room to do anything, and that was on both sides. There was great markup, great pressure on the ball handler. Well, Bishop Heelan noticed that and said, okay, so if we can't play it directly to feet because there's always a girl there to take it away or to challenge, we got to play it out to space.
Let
the athletes either dump it over, play off to the side, and like you mentioned, I mean, all those goals, both goals were because the ball was played into space. They were able to chase it down, make plays on it, and obviously now take a 2-0 lead. Both goals really in the span of just 4 or 5 minutes. I mean, just really
2
impressive.
minutes. It was
2 minutes.
25:06 and 23:30.
Goodness,
so, it was.
And just like that, I mean, kind of turns the tides. And Assumption, we talked about it, kind of had, we're playing on their back foot for a while. Just kind of, we gave this up. Now we're kind of stuck here.
Well, Heelan, not only did they dump it over, but they attacked it after they did and kept running at it. And they made sure Assumption had to keep moving the whole time.
I want whatever is fueling the forward line for Bishop Heelan. I just want that to be able to drive me throughout my day, and
we'll see what happens. So we're only halfway through the first half.
Exactly. It could be.
The fumes run a little empty as we get into it. And
exactly.
Can Assumption take advantage of that? We'll see. One thing about Assumption too, you never count them out.
No, I mean they could be down 5-0 heading into the break. I would not count them out of the game ever. You don't do that for an 11-time state champ.
I've seen them here too many times, just the way they're coached, and as they come back over, it looks like Lauren Peck, the senior who scored the second goal, she'll throw it in here as we get back into action, trying to throw for that corner, headed back, and goes up high. Peck over there, De Los Santos now sent the other way. Knocked down by Assumption. And now battle. This one dumps over the top.
Look at the hustle.
Run, man.
Look at Dorsey.
She gets back in there, and then.
What a challenge by De Los Santos.
They go down. And I think a couple of those plays we saw early, the tackle of the ball, the crowd got a little excited about it, but that maybe charged up Heelan a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean, the Heelan boys soccer team was sitting behind us, and I know a couple of those tackles and challenges, that fired them up, and I'm sure the girls are hearing that too. They're really fired up as well, and obviously showing it here so far.
Oh, here's Heelan. Back, and there's a little White tried to bump, get a little advantage there.
Yeah, a little hip
check. The ball
was
was in the air, and so it'll be a free kick.
Yep, and that's the right call. I mean, she
did
totally displaced the defender,
and she might not have had to. That ball was high enough. I think it was going to get over. She just blocked her out.
And she had the position on her, but
once you start getting a little aggressive,
it's tough to dial it back, isn't it?
So Assumption here, they need to turn around. They got their time, just maybe have it here before the half. Good hustle over. And then tapped out. Ripslinger came over, but then tapped out by Bleeker. Now they go back down the line. Trying to get control is Dorsey.
That's incredible defense from Nyla Yoakum. Taking away Assumption's leading scorer, keeping her away from the ball. Outstanding job.
Dorsey back with it, tries to send it over toward the goal, but didn't get much on that on the turn, and it rolls back into the keeper.
Yeah, just not enough, and it's the right idea. I mean, when you're drawing all the attention all the way deep in the corner, play it to the middle, get somebody else the ball.
One-on-one here. And you don't say it much in soccer because usually they pass it, but you're going to have to win a few one-on-one battles now for Assumption. That's been the issue.
And the fortunate thing for Heelan is that their defenders haven't been in a whole lot of 1v1 battles, so they're well rested for these right now.
So we have some INT insurance substitutions here for Heelan and Assumption. It's Cameron Menke back in for Assumption and Grace Nelson back in for Heelan. Learn how you can be worry-free at IMTIMS.com. There's a strike toward the middle. Turn, and she had somebody running on late there, but just Assumption need to coordinate a little bit more, but I think as you move along, maybe you'll get that.
Yeah, the rhythm's just a touch off there. It's, again, the right idea, just need to dial in the execution. And, again, Assumption's been here long enough. Their coach has been here long enough. They'll get it done. We know they will.
Up ahead, Katula tries to get it through, but it's knocked down and then sent up. There's Ripslinger. Now they drop it back, and then Assumption takes the handle. Well, Heelan turns it White, sends it, tried to send it through, but blocked. Now White gets it back. Oh, gets in and blocks it. You heard the thump there into the chest.
And that is what the shin guard is for, Dar. Oh, my goodness.
Heelan stops it again. Sends it out wide. That was a nice pass. You saw
lots of
everybody
space.
Loaded to the right and sent it over to the left to Nelson.
Got to take advantage of the space now.
Nelson now battling with Ripslinger, and she draws the foul. And Assumption fans not pleased with that.
Yeah, Dar, I might need to lean with them a little bit, but the whistle's been blown, and can't do much about it now, unfortunately.
It's tough as a referee. You're always trying to see who has the leverage, who has the position first. And
like we talked about Wednesday a couple times, it's the angle of how you see the play. Yeah, it's all of it.
This one goes high to the right, and it's going to get out of there back for a goal kick, and we'll have another IMT insurance substitution for Assumption. Learn how you can be worry-free at IMTIMS.com. Go ahead.
It's like Ella Curo. Nope, excuse me, that's 11. That's Bell Langen. Bell Langen in
coming
the
back
contest.
in, the senior forward.
The 11 and the 17 tripped me up there a little bit.
Numbers aren't too bad.
Not too bad.
The clear white on there, and then of course, Heelan stick right out against that all white.
Oh, absolutely.
Jersey. Here's a little slide into the middle and right to the keeper. Didn't get much on that.
Yeah, not quite enough on it. Outside touch, and that's a good near touch, but unfortunately, Traylon just needed one more touch to try and
she's holding her chest a little bit.
I see that,
still I think when that ball hit her in the chest, and then we have a little collision up here at the half.
And Peck's down, so those are two players.
When she came in and you heard the huge thump,
yeah,
we'll see if because she's bending over now.
Yeah, you got two Crusaders that are down. Peck up here, who had she leaped really high into the air to try and play that ball off her foot, and Traylon White's trying to, catch her breath, I guess.
Something.
Yeah, Jada Newberg's trying to help her out.
She kind of moved around right after that happened, but that ball was kicked, and she came right up in and it cut her right in the chest or the stomach area there.
Yeah, and boy,
and she's clutching it a little bit now.
Obviously, there's no player you want to see hurt on this field ever, but if you're Heelan, these two are the players you really don't want to see.
And the thing right now, we talked about it, there's no breeze. It's really still and warmer than it was yesterday morning when we started, because there's just absolutely no breeze at all.
Right.
And they're
going to get Peck a yellow on this, too.
So Peck gets a yellow. She'll have to go out, but she was probably going to go out anyway.
Yeah, they blew the whistle for her with the injury, or the ding-up, I guess.
So she will go out.
Yeah, and they gave her the yellow there because when she leapt up to play that ball high, the leg kind of got kicked up. Again, I'll go to another sport analogy, like a high stick in hockey. Yeah. I mean, it's just a dangerous play, and you obviously want to get the first touch on the ball, but you don't want to be swinging up.
You want to put yourself in a dangerous position or the opponent.
Yeah, she put herself in a dangerous position and Assumption, and that happens in the heat of the game, and that's why she gets a warning there and isn't thrown out for one mistake, obviously.
So we'll get started here with just over 12 minutes to play, and needless to say, but I'll say it, yesterday we saw a lot of late half action.
Yeah.
So, well, you know.
I like that Pella quarterfinal. The only goal came with 20 seconds left in the first half.
And then that same in that Valley game I did, that was 39 seconds or
right.
so to go at the second half. So we know here you can't sit back.
You play to the whistle.
Into the middle, trying to turn it, and then couldn't quite get around on it, Drew Dorsey.
Mm-hmm. And she had a rough angle. She went to the near post, too. I mean, that's it's a really tough shot at that angle. It can be done, but it takes a perfect ball, basically.
As we said yesterday, too, shooters keep shooting because
yes.
one of those, you're either going to get a ricochet or you might get a bye.
You want Drew Dorsey to be taking those shots. I mean, that's not a bad shot by any means.
Now up the side. Heelan will send it out. And Catula will throw it in. Well, that goes out. Heelan will throw on their own half.
You know, I really love the Assumption fullbacks. They don't take unnecessary challenges. They don't take challenges they don't think they can win. And, you know, they're comfortable to just say, hey, we'll boot it out, stop momentum for a moment, and let's reset and get things on our terms here.
Yeah, let's get some numbers. And yeah, that one comes across, and
good hustle from Catula.
Yeah, circles around at Nelson, though.
Mm-hmm.
Gets possession, back up top, and then taken away for a minute by Yates. And now up ahead. De Los Santos, so will stop it. And then good pressure by Menke. Allows them to keep the ball. And now there was a late challenge, and he's going to call.
He's waiting for the advantage.
He called
exactly.
advantage on that. And that he's going to give her a warning there.
Yeah, very stern talking to. Not a card. I think probably just on the edge of a card.
It was a late challenge. Just means she got the ball away and she still came into her there. And those are the things that you really got to watch because those were the injuries can happen.
Right.
And obviously, kick it, you're up in the air.
Yep. And Assumption fans wanted the whistle right away. They were waiting for the advantage, and that's the right call by the ref there.
Now, Heelan back the other way. Under 10 to play, first half. Heelan up 2-0. And that'll go back out to Assumption. You got Catula hanging out wide over here. We'll see if they try to work it cross field and get something to her.
Yeah, it's a long pass, but it's a worthwhile pass if you can get it
over.
Yeah. She was just in on that play, so I'll use the chance to talk about her a little bit. Cameron Menke, since she came in about 10 minutes ago or so, has just been an Energizer bunny for Davenport Assumption. She's a freshman out here for the first time in the state tournament, and she's proven she belongs out there.
IMT insurance substitution is Addison Kuehl back in. And that'll go back to Assumption. We're seeing everybody slow pace a little bit here as we're winding down a half on this warm day. Well, battle for it.
White's won it.
White turns. Oh, man, that was a hard smash, but Nige able to handle it.
Yeah, and that ball.
White trying to be a little coy there, kind of move in, and then boom, fired it.
Yeah, it was a quick shot. And, Niji, I don't think was expecting that ball to come back to the far post or near post with how White was trying to get back into the middle, get a better angle at the goal. So she leaned back to the middle, and then that ball came back near post. And just a great adjustment by Niji to make the save.
Now out wide, they find her. Can she settle it down? She does. Catula. Now Catula goes down. And that'll go out, so Assumption setting up, moving closer. And that'll go up into the stands, and there'll be another Assumption throw. Bella Langen gets it in there to Yates. Now into the middle. Poked out of there by Heelan. Heelan's got numbers packed back in there right now with that lead. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders back. Coming down the line over there, though. Lobs it up over the top of the goal.
Well,
so he's trying to get a little touch shot by the keeper.
Well, either a touch shot by the keeper, or one thing you can do to try and hopefully give yourself as much an advantage when you don't have the numbers is lob it up over the top, see if you can get a header on it. You know, that's how Heelan scored their only goal against Nevada, was a lob up over the top. Jada Newberg had the height advantage amongst, I think, two Cubs or so, and, just tapped it by the keeper, and that's how Heelan got here, and now they're up 2.
White turns it out to Cool. Now defender comes in, and then a pull down, and that was a late arm. I don't think he saw
the arm either.
Catula. I think he's saying that Cool already was pushing down there, so.
Yeah, Catula came running back the other way, kind of with a sheepish grin, like she might have gotten away with something.
We could see great from our angle here that she got the arm, but from the center referee out there, might not have seen that.
Yeah, and again, if Addison Keel got there first and made the initial contact, doesn't really matter what Catula does after that.
Right. And it might have been just a little, okay, I see you.
Right.
Oh, pop through. Keeper's going to come up, though, and slide down and pick it up. So momentarily.
And I think there was an offside as well, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Yep.
So the flag was up over there, so we'll get a free kick on the offsides.
Yeah, I think they had that outside attacker, Reese Bleeker, for the offside for Heelan.
Yeah, she was the one that was going in for the ball there. They lob it up the other way. Now across the field, running over is Ripslinger. Up to Langen. Langen goes down, got a little bump there. And they're going to send that one out to the far side for a throw. So Langen is holding her back a little bit after the collision here. And be a free kick over there for Heelan. It must have been an offside over there. Yeah, it was. He had his arm up, so that was an indirect free kick, so they called her offside.
And we're going to get a sub here.
Yeah, an IMT Insurance substitution. All subs brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free at IMTIMS.com.
It's good to see Lauren Peck back into the contest after she got the yellow on that kind of high kick, kind of hurt herself. And it's good to see her back out here for the last 4 minutes and change.
Because it's mandatory, what is it, 5 on a yellow you got to sit out?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure the exact total.
And White tries to send it through there, and I think we're going to get our first corner.
Yeah, I think we are.
Of the day, our Kruger Seeds corner. Brought to you by Kruger Seeds. First class seed, first class service. Go to KrugerSeeds.com to find out more. Here it comes. Right up there and in for the goal.
Well, what a job right off the bench for Lauren Peck. She gets her second goal. What a setup on the corner from Addison Keel. And, wow, who would have thought this be a 3-goal game here late in the half, Dar? I mean, just, again, you couldn't have drawn up that corner any better, and Heelan's got quite the advantage.
Well,
now.
It was lobbing, and everybody kind of stood and watched it.
You know, it just kind of kept rolling through bodies.
I don't know if they thought it was going to maybe go behind the goal, but then it just kind of dropped right in there, and Peck says, "Oh, I know what to do with it," and slammed it in the goal.
Yeah, you said it. You said it right there, Dar. I mean, it got over the top of the first 2 or 3 players there, and Lauren Peck was kind of more shocked that the ball got to her in the first place, let alone the fact that she was going to get a chance to score.
So now Assumption finds themselves down 3-0 here at the start of the half. Here's Catula. Catula, she's been trying to work something here. That one is knocked away by De Los Santos.
Corners breed corners. We'll get a second one here.
Second Kruger Seeds corner. All of them today brought to you by Kruger Seeds. Next time you're in need of corn or soybean seed, go to your local Kruger Seeds dealer at krugerseed.com. And coming in, trapped. Now they get it back outside. Lob it, and that's going to go wide of the goal there. And we got some tired players on both sides right now.
Yes, they're expounding a lot of energy here in this first half, and that's what you want to see. They're giving it their all here on the state's biggest stage, and wow, what a performance to this point.
So Heelan, can they get one of those final minute goals here and cut this down to a 2-0 halftime lead? We'll see. That one is headed up and out, so it'll stay with Heelan. Catula over there will throw it in. Yates. And good stop by Ripslinger. They lob it in toward the keeper, but she comes right out there, LaFleur. Oh, White comes in. You could see why she scores so many. She's aggressive all the time when the ball's there, isn't she?
I mean, she creates her own scoring opportunities just by her aggressiveness and her ability to press up on those defenders, make them have to handle the ball. You know, they're in the back for a reason. They don't always get to handle the ball, and she kind of exploits that every now and then.
Yeah, because normally it's like you back off and see where they're going to take it, but she just comes in as soon as it gets to their feet and attacks it.
Doesn't give them a chance to think. It's really fun to watch.
And battle on the far side for it. Who's going to come away? Heelan. And then up over the net on the far side.
Got to be paying attention when you're running the scoreboard.
Right now,
there.
Heelan just content to let that clock wind down and not give up a late goal here.
But obviously, we got to be on our toes. Like you mentioned, we've seen a couple of late goals already on Wednesday. We can maybe see another one here.
And back out with 18 seconds. Assumption looking, try to get some numbers up there. Now coming with 10 seconds to go, looking inside. And they're just going to send that out. They're not even going to give them any thought of it, and that will probably do it for the first half. It does. The clock winds down to zeros, and it's a 3-0 lead here for Sioux City Heelan in the first half. So we'll take a break, come back with more at the Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Living your best life means something different to everyone, especially when it comes to healthcare. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care. We are here for you with one team of experts providing access to the primary care and highly rated specialty care you need, easily and conveniently. So go ahead, live your best life. We're with you every step of the way. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
Frank, when you think Fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sun-kissed orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Here at the Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, you're watching the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy. And Sioux City Heelan takes a 3-0 lead into the half. The first goal, a white goal with 25:06 to go, and a beautiful pass in, and it was 1-0. Then Peck got the goal there with 23:30, another pass in, and it's 2-0. Then Peck off the corner scores with 3:37 remaining in the first half, and that's where we sit right now, 3-0. Dar Danielson alongside Daniel Versteeg, and I think there was a point just probably 8-9 minutes into this first half where Heelan, you said, they started kicking the ball over the top. They started getting more physical, taking it right to Assumption, and that kind of got them some momentum and kind of flipped the whole momentum on their side.
It did, and as you mentioned in the scoring, it was really a 2-minute stretch there in the middle of the half, right before the water break, that turned the momentum, as you said, playing over the top, playing to space, using their athleticism. This Heelan squad, I mean, they were to state in volleyball, they were state in basketball, they had a ton of state track participants. I mean, it's a very athletic class of girls, and they're proving it with how they're playing, trying to, utilize the space to their advantage with their quickness.
And Assumption, the way they usually play is they come up and attack you and take it right at you, where they've Heelan's kind of turned that on the other way around and been more aggressive there as we headed into the second half of that first half there.
Yeah, well, and the other part of it too is what Heelan's doing is they're trying to dictate the tempo. They want to be in control of the pace and not let Assumption do what they're used to doing. And it's a real kudos to Coach Sean Mansfield and how he's coached his team and how they're performing here.
So now it's time once again to thank the title sponsor of the Girls Soccer Tournament, the Iowa Farm Bureau, and had an opportunity to speak earlier with the Farm Bureau president. Let's go and listen in to that conversation here.
We'd like to welcome you to the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Soccer Tournament. I'm Erin Kirtley with the IGHSAU. We hope you've enjoyed the first half of action here at today's match. 2023 marks the 26th year of the Iowa Girls State Soccer Tournament, and we are so thankful for all of those who support this event and help us put this on. None other than our proud title sponsor, Farm Bureau. Joining me here today is Brent Johnson, president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. So why does the Iowa Farm Bureau invest in the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union?
Well, first of all, Erin, I want to congratulate the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union for 26 years of state soccer. That's absolutely fantastic. And for the Farm Bureau to be involved in the last 18, we couldn't be prouder to be a part of this. These kids that are competing here today, they are amongst the nation's brightest and best student athletes. And just like Iowa's farmers are the best in the country at what they do, this opportunity to partner with you gives us the opportunity to celebrate both. We at Farm Bureau, we love to promote the kids, and after all, they will be someday our future leaders. And there's so many ways that we support them. Annually, every year, we give over $500,000 in scholarships across the entire state so that those kids continue their education. We have partnered with you and the High School Boys Association in providing concussion insurance for those kids participating in sanctioned sports. There's really only 7 states that even provide that opportunity for kids. We've helped teachers with, over the last several years, providing $450,000 in supplies for their classrooms so they can do their job. And just recently, we just gave $1 million to the Iowa FFA Foundation so they can continue to promote Iowa agriculture and tell the story as to why agriculture touches all of our lives every single day.
So the student athletes participating in this year's state tournament are taking home some awesome souvenirs. Can you tell us a little bit more about those?
Yeah, the signature ball program has been a student favorite for years now. And it's one of those mementos that those kids get to take with them. Every student participating in the tournament gets one of these signature balls that they can have their teammates, their coaches, and their mentors sign, so that one day they can look back and think, the hard work and dedication that they put into their sport, it earned them the right to play at this tournament, and they can remember that in this signature ball program.
Thanks again, Brent, and to Farm Bureau, and enjoy your second half of soccer.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Sway's the place for you!
Here at the County Soccer Park in Des Moines, Dar Daniels alongside Daniel Versteeg at the Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. And just remind you, if you want to get your merchandise, you can visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style for the state tournament merchandise. And are you going to put the QR code up, Randy? Do we have that? Randy will put up the QR code here, too, if you want to scan that on your phone. And
there it is.
There you go. So you can customize it. They haven't yet got the shirts with my face on there. A lot of fans I know have asked for that.
Who do we need to talk to?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I brought it with Gene Berger,
I was gonna say the head honcho,
and she said, "I got a meeting to go to. I'll be back later." And but
never heard back. Huh?
Yeah, I didn't hear back on that one, so I don't know. But anyway, no.
Man.
But a nice sunny day, but a warm day. We're starting to feel just a little breeze pick up, and it was still. There wasn't any, and we'll see how that plays out here in the second half. Of course, with Heelan, you got a 3-0 lead, so you got a little juice and adrenaline, but that could go out quickly if you get a comeback coming on you.
Right, yeah. You hope they use these 10 minutes of halftime well because, yeah, like you said, Dar, it's kind of like if the entire outside world is like your bathroom is after a shower. I mean, it's just thick air, hot, and that's kind of what we're playing in right now. So hopefully, maybe a breeze picks up, they can cool it off, and then we can see 40 full minutes of energetic soccer because, like you mentioned, I think with about 9 minutes to go in the first half, they were starting to kind of show the signs. So holding their hands on their head, hands on their hips, hunching over, and you want this game to end with 40 energetic minutes of great soccer, and we hope we get that, especially from Assumption because they got a lot of work to do down 3 goals. It's kind of been a low-scoring tournament. Max scores we've seen about 2-0, 3-0, and but again, like you mentioned in the first half as well, Dar, if there's anybody that can come back from this, it's going to be Assumption. So this is going to be a fun second half, I think.
Okay, now, did we get a new crew for referees, or they just changed jerseys here?
I think
because they came out in red, didn't they?
I think they did. Yeah, I think they just changed jerseys.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
The referee crew, yeah, I think they changed. Oh, okay. Yeah, they did change jerseys, so or uniforms, or kits, however you want to phrase it. Be cool if the players could do that too. That'd be you change your dark uniform for the second half, change to your light. That'd be awesome. How come the refs can do that and the players can't?
Well, it's a little different deal there.
It is different, yeah.
And you always got to have that uniform as a referee that doesn't match.
Right.
It got to me as I did rec games, and we had more teams that were wearing yellow uniforms, which used to be you didn't. And so then you can't wear your yellow jersey as a referee. But anyway, we're underway here. And we won't talk about those trivial things.
Yeah, of course.
As Assumption. Let's see how they come out here in the second half to get it going. Turn back. White trying to run it down in the corner. Does. She is so quick with the ball.
Very quick.
There she goes, and then
that's going to be a penalty,
down.
Dar.
Is that a PK?
That's going to be a penalty, Dar.
Yep, a PK here to start it.
Taken down just to the side of the goal, and again, that's what Traylon can do for you. Her speed, she gets in front of the defender. The last thing the defender can do is take her down.
I thought she was getting close there, but they just got into that penalty box, and now doesn't look like, according to this, she hasn't attempted any penalty kicks.
Right.
Or no, has made one. Or no, she hasn't. That was Peck that made one. So, and sometimes these teams, the better teams, they don't get much chance to try the penalty kicks. So, there's the whistle. And it's going to dribble in for the goal.
And a good job by Niji. She picked the right side. She got her hand on the ball, too, but Traylon White put enough power behind it. It was able to get off the deflection and into the net. And just a beautiful PK to get Heelan up 4 now to start the second half.
Well, that's a big start to the second half. Certainly not what an Assumption wanted, but they draw the penalty. And again, we talk about how White is a creator. She created that all, too, by herself as she drove by the defender and drew the foul in the box.
Yeah, kind of like I said, she got the defender on her back, just beat her to that spot to the post, basically. And then, the only thing the Assumption defender could do there was to take her down, and unfortunately, she just took her down in the box for the penalty.
So 50 seconds in, Heelan goes up 4-0.
And you know what's funny, Dar? I know we're talking about not playing the history. Coach Mansfield said that to us pregame, but all 4 of these goals are the first goals that Heelan has scored against Assumption in the state tournament. They played 4 times. They had never scored a goal against them.
That one lobbed up there. Now back across. And Heelan trying to clear it out. Holzbrink gets to it. And then off the face of the defender. Now Heelan just trying to send it back up the other way. And it will go out.
Our director, Randy, giving us the note that the red uniforms that the referees were wearing just clashed just a little too much with Davenport Assumption's red and black.
So is that what it was?
Yeah. That's why they had to change it. So, and there we go. We explained the little trivial thing we noticed at the beginning of the game. Or beginning of the half, I should say.
The other thing I've seen occasionally, if you're not paying attention, I come out and I look, the game got underway, and I see both the keeper's wearing the same color as the team she's defending against. And then you got to stop stuff.
Yep, nope.
You get used to all your checklists as a referee before you start, and you look at that, and
you miss one.
Sometimes you miss one, you start the game, you wait a minute. There's a red jersey at the keeper in the midst of the other red jerseys. Let's stop it.
Can't be having that.
So Assumption here, they need to try to find some offense. Get it outside to Menke. Menke trying to go back in the middle. Sent back the other way, though, by Gingler. And that will go back to Heelan. Razy's going to throw it in. Down the line, looking for White. She blocks off the defender, goes to that corner. Now turns the corner again, and there's a tackle.
No whistle.
No whistle.
Now
I think he was waiting.
He was waiting advantage, yep.
Yeah, see if she came up and went with it.
And Dar, we talk about her athleticism. We talk about her speed.
But he's calling that on Heelan, though.
He's calling that
I think
White, actually.
She might have grabbed coming around.
Yeah. I was going to say, regardless of who that foul is on, we talk about White's speed and athleticism, but her positioning is second to none. I mean, she can shield off defenders. So
it's just like in basketball when the post calling for the ball, she slides in and makes sure that you can get it to her feet, and the defender's going to have to go through her to get there. Now battling for it. Knocked away. Here's Heelan. Can they counter now? Up ahead. Yates wins the challenge there, gets it back to Holsbrink. Now up to Kuro. Assumption. Forces Heelan to send it over. Out, and it'll be an Assumption throw on the far side. Now here's where, again, you need somebody that long up there in. Oh, she couldn't quite settle it. Fans wanted a handball, and they're going to go high. As
Rolfstad,
who
came up with it, and then she was able to somehow. Drew Dorsey got free of whoever was marking her up, and had a look there, just a little too much under it. Otherwise, she would have gotten the Knights on the board here. But yeah, the Heelan fans, I think, wanted a handball on Rolfstad there on the left side of the box.
And now it's all, where those arms are.
Right.
And in the box, too, they've changed that a little bit. It's not always necessarily the handball, but it did look like she had that forearm out just a bit to get a touch. Down the line goes Ripslinger, and that'll go out. But if Assumption could keep Heelan trapped in here and get possession back.
Yeah, this is where they need to be on the field right now. And that's a good challenge there by Seaberg, just to keep the ball here in this half.
And they last possession. Now this one, a good hard cross. And knocked down. Shot is going to go wide. So they're back. At least they're in front of the goal, attacking the goal here, which we didn't see a lot of in that first half.
Right, yeah, the hustle's definitely up here now for Assumption. I think obviously they're starting to feel the pressure down 4 goals here in the second half, and it's a shame it took 4 goals down to get them going here. But now they're going. Hopefully this leads to more scoring chances. Maybe they can start to chip it away.
Yeah, because nothing gives you the adrenaline like getting it in the net,
right,
and get it going. We'll see here.
Sometimes it just takes one, and then multiple follow.
That's
like we saw Heelan score 2 in a minute and 35 seconds or so.
Yeah. Ripsinger down the line. And Rolfstad working over there. Rolfstad's been working hard to try to trigger something here on this offense. Now cross. They're going to try to go over to that left side. Carreau.
Good hustle from Stanley. Yeah. Great challenge.
She knocks it out of there. And right now, you just got to make it a struggle for him to score and make him take a lot of time here with that 4-0 lead. Nothing easy.
Yeah, because you start getting the mentality of, man, we work so hard for that 1 goal, and we still need 3 more. And even the goal can sometimes demoralize you with, man, that was such a challenge to even get on the board.
I mean, in soccer, especially the state tournament, 2-0 seems like, you're really sitting good there.
Yeah.
Now 4-0, but.
Yeah, 4-0 is a totally different beast here, especially at this round of the state tournament.
Yeah, that's why that goal with 50 seconds to start the half here was big for Heelan. Now they boom it back the other way. And let's just White chasing again. Comes up from behind, but we're going to get it through there. Now they spread it out, get some offense going. Holspring. She dribbles through the defense, taking it toward the middle there. Now sends it in there. I don't know who she was looking for, but defender got to it. Back around Carreau. Yates.
Good, Marin. Good job, Marin.
Now back. And it'll be Heelan's throw. So Heelan with the throw on the far side. And that goes out. For for something. You're thinking, man, just one. Can we break the ice?
And you never want to put this kind of pressure on a team, but you really kind of need to score that one here in the next 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, get it, and then, you score one or maybe two before the water break, and then you recharge.
Recharge,
because that's one thing, too. Sometimes when you're ahead, you kind of shut down the offense, and then it's hard to get it restarted for Heelan, although with White up there, getting her restarted I don't think has been the issue.
I don't think she even needs to be restarted.
No. She's been – and that's a good thing, too, because they can just dump it back there to her, and she can pressure on and just take up time. Now back over and right into the easy – into LaFleur.
Well, and obviously, you don't want the ball to be on this end of the field very often if you're Heelan, or the majority of the time anyway. But once they do get it back onto the attacking side, Traylon White and Jada Newberg, they're going to have all kinds of energy up there. They're going to be ready to run and maybe keep the pressure on Assumption, as they're Assumption's trying to keep more bodies down here on this
they're
end.
trying to keep more bodies in their half to kind of. But here with White, you still got to hold a couple back.
Right.
You see.
Yeah, they got 3 back for just her right now, it seems like.
Looking for a big shot, a big strike here. That one heading in. That one out, trapped, and then sent the other way. Now on the run. White stays with it, taking her time to circle around. Here comes her patented move to kick it down and go around. And not that time, though. And it'll go back the other way.
They got White for the foul there.
Yeah.
And
I was talking with her again.
Yeah, I was going to say that's I think the 3rd or 4th whistle blown on her today. Yeah. So I think, the ref is saying, I think I've given you enough of a leash. Probably the next one's going to be
the next one not so aggressive because that could end up being a card.
Yeah, I think it's kind of just going to have to force his hand on that one.
There's a long one that goes out. Doesn't hurt you any. You get a shot, and then you keep the clock rolling.
Yeah,
exactly. There'll be some IMT insurance substitutions now on both sides.
And there's plenty of them because I've seen a ton of both Knights and Crusaders who just after the play is over, they're slunching down, just trying to do anything they can to get some breath. They're gassed right now, and it shows their hustle, the fact that they're able to keep playing. But man, they're using a lot of energy too.
Find out more about IMT Insurance at imtins.com. Here we go. Assumption, the big kick. Down. Trying to run her down. And gets to it. And then
it's going to be a goal kick.
Out. Yep, goal kick went out. So, but that's kind of how you need. You get there and you get started. That's what got Heelan started. They ran one down to the corner, sent it into the box.
Yeah, obviously right now Assumption will take any goal however it comes, but I think ideally they get, for lack of a better term, kind of a cherry-picking goal where they end up, floating it over the top, beat the defender to the ball, and hopefully get on the board that way. But again, they'll take a goal however it comes.
Turn around by Nelson. She dumps it deep. Back there on the run is Seaberg, and the keeper will come up.
I think she found another one of those soft dead spots over there in the box.
Yeah, there is one kind of over to the right here outside the box and then right in toward it where the water's kind of a little dip.
Just pulled up a little bit from yesterday.
And then, of course, the boys were out here playing when it was wet and right in, and that's when things can kind of get torn up. The field still looked pretty good.
It looks shout out to the grounds crew here at County. I mean, these fields have taken a beating these last 3-4 days. They still got another day of soccer on them tomorrow, another busy day.
Well, and the nice thing to their advantage is we've had all our games have been dry for the girls.
Yes,
the boys get the rain. So when you get a little drying in between, that helps you too.
The boys got rain and fog, I think, yesterday too. I mean, it was
and then the first day they had to, they had
the lightning.
And they had to come back yesterday and finish a few of those 4A because of the.
Wednesday got both girls and boys games here at State, so it doesn't usually work out that way, but it did. Thankfully, yesterday the boys were on the semifinal round, so they were able to play 3A and 4A at the same time yesterday, just to get the games in so they didn't have to do that again.
here's the free kick. Knocked down. And tried to get a foot on it. Rolstead came in there. She didn't quite get an angle to get around the defender, and that almost stayed in over there. But
that was a really good drop pass by Drew Dorsey. I mean, she's standing there back to the goal, about 15 yards probably from the net. She spotted Holzbrink there at the top of the box and said, "You're going to have a much better angle at this one," and dropped it off her. She took a good strike, just unfortunately caught a Crusader defender.
And that one dribbles through the defenders there, trying to run it down, but it'll go.
It's going to be a corner, Dar.
Corner? Oh. Yep. So our first corner here of the second half. Brought to you by Kruger Seeds.
Looks like Piper Seberg will take the corner for Assumption.
First class seed, first name service. Learn more at KrugerSeed.com. See, Assumption has everybody out. They're going to head into the box with the kick. It's going to come straight across. Headed up.
Gotta get
Still
that down.
Up there in front and knocked down by the keeper, but it's out. She got it out far enough away because Drew Dorsey got the head on it. And then LaFleur was able to knock it wide enough that they didn't get a second shot there.
That's where, as we're going to have another substitution here for Heelan. What I was going to say was that's where having a basketball post player, a middle blocker in volleyball like Lauren LaFleur at goal, that she can really negate some of those lobs. And, Drew Dorsey's got some height up there as well for Assumption. So it's just the first of, who can get up the quickest there for that free ball.
And she was smart, too. She played it out to the side. She didn't knock it back down in front of her where, you get a straight-on shot.
Yeah, take away any rebound chance.
Now I'm going to call a foul, I think, here on Heelan.
Yeah, that's going to be a free kick. Assumption free kick.
So set to kick it is Natalie Bonds.
The All-Stater.
Boomer out far, maybe a little farther right than what she wanted. She had a whole group of teammates there, but.
And, all that I said about having a 6-footer down in the box for some of those headers, I think the shortest player on the field just got that header out of the clear, and Elizabeth De Los Santos. Shows what we know, I guess.
Yeah. But she's got a nose for the ball,
De
Los Santos. I mean, she's a defender that, we've seen her work. So the Heelan student section happy right now.
Student section and state semifinalists in their own right, losing to Gilbert in the boys tournament yesterday.
That was some crazy action in
Yes.
the rain and fog
goodness.
yesterday.
Yeah, I don't envy those boys players yesterday.
Oh, well, that's fun.
It's fun too.
Whenever you got to play a football game in the rain or something, it's just something different. And Oh,
that's going to be a penalty
there's
again,
a PK. As John Doe goes down.
John Doe went down. Maddie Gengler commits the foul there and the penalty for Heelan.
So I think the question is who's going to take it. I think they're going to have
Dorsey.
Drew Dorsey's going to take the PK here.
Makes sense. Top scorer. And this is what Assumption needs. They can get on the board here, Dar.
Keeper Lauren LaFleur. 1-1, it says she's made penalty kicks this year. And she gets the keeper falling to the left and sends it easily to the right. And Assumption is on the board here, 4-1. with the PK, a couple minutes away from the water break.
And, I think ideally they would have had 2 goals probably by this point in the water break, but having one just totally changes how you go into that water break and how you come out of that.
It takes the lid off of some of that frustration.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They finally saw it go into the back of the net. They saw the net ripple a little bit, and it's from their leader, Drew Dorsey. Now
you see Heelan kind of walk up a little, when you're on defense, you're expending a lot of energy. And we'll
maybe,
see here.
There's the maybe dejected feeling of, hey, we
wanted to shut out. We wanted to, but again, obviously you don't care if you win, but but you're thinking, okay, we're cruising along.
It'd be nice to pick up the shutout, but as I've heard a couple of Heelan fans already say, they're still up 3.
Yeah.
They gave up a goal. Sure, would they like the shutout?
Which is like 30.
Yes, it is.
In a basketball game.
I mean, seriously. Yeah, we're. Do we get the running clock? I mean, I guess we always got the running clock. The 35-point rule.
And now Heelan will have it, a throw down in the corner there. And that was a corner now for Heelan.
Well, now
Brought
Heelan
to you by Kruger Seeds Corner Kick. The next time you're in need of corn or soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first-class seed, first-name service. Learn more at KrugerSeed.com, and it'll be Addison Keel with the corner. Sends it in right to the keeper, Nige.
Nice play by Niji to get up, and if you're Heelan, you like that ball away from her a little bit, but Niji's aggressive, and we've seen that. Yep. Now maybe flip the field here a little bit for Assumption.
That one going to the corner, a little too much on it. Looking over there for Rolfstad. But you still can pin Heelan back here. Not quite time for the water break yet. And that one is out. And right here, they probably don't want to call the water break if Assumption looks like they have a little momentum going.
Right. Yeah, Assumption's in there attacking third here.
That one lobbed in, running in down. Now got a foot on it, but
can't quite clear.
Still, nope. And Assumption couldn't quite get a good shot on it. Now trying to clear it out of there. Rattles around, still up ahead now. Out there, but Heelan gets it back. I don't know what that was. She kicked the ball.
Yeah.
Player came over. And again, now they're going to take the water break here with
right at 20.
Right at 20. Here with a 4-1 lead. Assumption's on the board. They got 20 minutes to try to get a few more goals and tie it up and keep their season going. And 20 minutes away from Heelan to advance into the title matchup. Let's take a break. You're watching the Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7. Rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Back here, hey fans, Central College has you covered with career building programs and with tuition less than $20,000 a year and tons of scholarships. It's the best decision ever. Apply today at central.edu. So 20-minute water break in the second half. Assumption just about 2.5 minutes ago scored off a penalty kick. And ways to go yet, Mr. Versteeg, but they got the lid off the goal, so to speak.
Exactly. I think things look a lot different in that Assumption huddle if it's 4-0 versus 4-1. And sure, it was a penalty kick. You still haven't gotten a goal in the regular flow of the soccer game, but you still got one on the board. And, man, it was such a hard time to try and get that goal through that now that's like, okay, we've got one through. Let's try and keep the pressure on because we're doing something right now. We've actually got a result for our hard work now.
And Heelan scored 3 in the first half. Then they get a PK 50 seconds in as White takes it, circles around the defender, heads to the goal, and got tripped in the box. And she converts the PK to make it 4-0. And then Dorsey takes the penalty kick here off the foul in the box, and it's 4-1 where we stand here. Everybody's got a little water, getting a little bit of breeze here. Not the greatest of breeze today that we had yesterday, which was nice. And we don't have any clouds up there yesterday. At least we got a bit of relief now and then with the clouds blocking the sun.
We got 2 clouds, I think, the entire time I was here. You were here longer, but I was here for the first 2 games on Wednesday, and we had 2 clouds cover us the entire time.
Everything's cleared off, and which it heats up more like it's supposed to today. I think they were talking 90, which could lead to some more thunderstorms tonight. But hopefully it'll be by the time we're out of here and done with today's games.
Hopefully we got all the semifinals done. And
that last one will scheduled to start at 3. So we'll see here. Back out to action. Assumption booms it up the other way. They've got a drink and they got a goal now on the board. So now take it away. Oh, nice footwork there. Get that ball up ahead for Heelan. And they can't keep it in.
Tough break there for Keel on the far side.
Yeah, good hustle over there by Stanley to knock that back out.
That's a good 50-50 win.
Yeah.
LaFleur with that one.
And headed back, so got to make. And then good body to body. That's soccer, folks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, they let the body collisions go, and just a great hustle. I mean, with how both teams are playing, you could have me fooled which team is the one down 3 goals. I mean, Heelan's not resting on their laurels, and they're still going out there. They want to put more on the board, make it a blowout here.
Assumption still working now. Good little move through the defense there. Up ahead, but right to the keeper. That was Peck over there. And then a foul called.
So Heelan will be able to get this set. This is going to be on their end of midfield here. No, Peck take this one. I thought they would want Peck to be up there on the attack.
Because
she's got such a good boot, though.
White is not in right now. She's out.
Right.
So, that nice right to the foot there.
Tried to volley it over the top.
And that'll go out, but again, it's taking time off the clock.
And, the benefit of being up by 3 goals is you don't have to be quite as, deliberate. You can sometimes take chances. You can try something you haven't tried before, see if it works, because it doesn't hurt if it doesn't.
Yeah. A little more margin for error.
No, exactly.
Carreau turns it. Now she'll head toward the right side with it. As Assumption tries to work it back on the offensive side. Try to put another one up there, but sneaking in and taking it away is Stanley. Now knocked away, taken by LaFleur. As you said, Heelan not letting off the gas right now. They're not just going to let Assumption come right back here. And
the benefit of the ball being on this end, obviously Assumption can't score and the clock still winds. I mean, if you're in control of possession, you're in control of the clock, you're in control of the game, and you're feeling pretty good.
And you got to imagine Coach Mansfield in that water break said finish a few times over there. Let's not we got a 3-goal lead, but let's not back off here and just stand around.
Well, because here's the deal. Again, we've talked about what he said to us pregame and that they're not playing the 2012 Assumption champs, but he coached against those teams. He knows what they're capable of, and so he knows that you've got to play 80 minutes and 1 second against Assumption so that you make sure you take care of what you need to do out here.
That one right to the keeper, knocked out. It's a little action there in front of the goal. Back up, and that's going to get to the keeper, Lauren LaFleur, the senior. And she'll boot it up deep. No
Great
wind.
boot. Good
No
chase.
wind to speak of, so she sends it real deep. And her counterpart comes up, Nige, and will get it.
Oh, that's not what you needed.
Oh.
Great challenge from Seaberg.
And up limping is Maddie LaFleur. After that challenge, the ball went right into the. There's Peck. She drives it up, and that'll be right in to the keeper again. And Maddie LaFleur trying to walk that off the ankle a little bit. It's one of those you get both legs colliding on the ball, and one of them gives sometimes.
one of them ends up worse for wear than the other sometimes, or both, I guess. But
trying to go outside to Catula. Catula back in the middle, trying to spread it out here. Ooh, off the face. That heads toward the goal, but LaFleur is right there, saw it coming.
Shout out to the strength of Emily Yates, just taking that one and appearing to be okay.
That's a definition of taking one for the team right there.
No kidding. No kidding. Taking one for the team and taking an extra. I mean, I'm seeing that right side of her face looks a little redder.
Here's an IMT insurance substitution. Looks like Traylon White and Reese Bleeker are coming back in for Heelan.
They get Maddie LaFleur out. I'm not sure if that's directly from the little ankle tweak we might have seen.
But gave LaFleur a long rest, and then you don't have long to rest before that championship match.
No.
So for Heelan, if they can rest some of the, some of the top players, then fans here, Assumption, trying to rally their girls a little bit.
Yeah, you got to fire them up. Down 3 here.
And the thing I like is that from what I'm hearing over there, it's all been positive.
Yes.
Come on, let's go. Keep it going. Pass it. It's
keep the strength up.
Nothing angry, just support that you need out of your parents and your fans.
The true definition of encouragement. And that's the nice thing. Ooh, heads up. We got in the action there. My goodness. Dar's headset a little worse for the wear. There we go. We got Dar back.
I nearly took that one in the face.
Did you see your light flash before your eye there?
No, I've refereed enough young kids games to know what happens there and how to get. Yeah, you can't say the old guy doesn't still have a.
He's still you got out of the way of that one quickly. My goodness.
Wow.
Still got it in you, Dar. Still got it.
Yeah, rocketed right at my face, but I was able to get out of the way. So.
Oh, man.
Fortunately, I think we're beyond the camera. Maybe they didn't catch that.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, this shot anyway doesn't have us, so I think we're good.
So another IMT insurance substitution.
I was more concerned about the headset personally.
Yeah, you guys are worried, did I break the headset when I bent back and it flew off?
Well, you got to make sure everyone can still hear you, Dar, Those T-shirts with your face won't come if nobody can hear you.
Yeah. Or RIP after he went down in the soccer tournament. Here we go into the middle, and lob up. Oh, Yates a little upset. She wanted to just try to sneak that over the top, but got a little too much under it. But
sometimes those bouncing opportunities are tougher than the straight volleys because you let it bounce up and it's already going up, and then you just get underneath it and you airmail it like that.
And ran around Yates chasing. Out back the other way. Seaberg's going to run it down. Get it over to Bonds. That's Assumption resetting again. But again, they got to start hopefully connecting on one of those chances because time's running out here, coming up on 12 minutes to play, and they need 3 goals. Up top.
And you got to get a shot off here.
There's one going to go just wide.
Yeah, scoring chances are good, but they have to be converted here at this point. There's really not room for error. And as I mentioned earlier, you don't want to put the pressure on, feel like they have to score, but
they have to score.
They have to score. That's the other part of it.
That's the way it is. You're looking at the end of your season here.
Yeah.
White running that down, and that'll go back to Assumption.
Yeah.
They're going to try to turn it quick, move it upfield.
There you go.
There goes Jondal. And kicked out by Gangler. And here's where Heelan, a lot of you don't have to take them one-on-one. You can just send it out.
Right.
And that takes more time.
It kills time. It allows you to reset. Nothing's hurt. I mean, that's honestly the better play in a lot of these.
Yeah, it is. Just, send the ball out, make them come over, rethrow it in, restart it. Clock keeps running. And that one knocked out. That'll go back to Heelan as Jada Newberg was over there moving it around. Into Newberg, and that'll stay with Heelan. She got it off of Seaberg there. And White goes in and now gets it taken away. Generally it's the color guy's job to protect the play-by-play guy going back to that hard smash. So
Dar, this is only my third soccer game, so I wasn't quite aware of that rule. But now,
well, that's in any sport. Baseball,
Well, baseball, I feel a little bit more protected most of the time. Yeah.
Sometimes you are. Some of those press boxes, though, it's open and you come up in there.
The scariest ones are the press boxes that are just right above the backstop.
And it comes those foul balls come up there.
Yep. Nope, I got you next time. Don't worry.
I'll take
next
time.
Next time.
Yeah, sure.
See, you're okay now. I'm still 1 for 1. Nothing's hurt. Maybe the pride a little bit, but that can be repaired.
That's all right. Because there's a long shot that's going to drop in there.
Yeah, I need to get a redirect on something like that if it's going to end up in a goal. This is probably a great opportunity here.
Yeah. Right up in. The keeper comes out, takes it away.
Just a little too far out in front with that last touch. She kept it a little closer. I think we're probably looking at a 5-1 Heelan game.
Well, and you talked about it in the tournament, the regional tournament, they outscored their opponents 26-0 in those 3 games. So they just been on a tear here and then putting up 4 in this one.
Yeah, they haven't lost a game since they hosted West Des Moines Valley on April 22nd. And obviously we've seen Valley here.
And Valley's in the semifinals this afternoon, So
that's not a terrible loss. And you're playing up 2 classes in Heelan's case to Valley in 3A. It's not a terrible loss, all things considered.
An IMT insurance substitution for Assumption.
Looks like Rolfsted back into the game.
And now the goal kick. And turn it. Ripslinger knocks it up. Cross there and right to the keeper. A shot by Drew Dorsey.
And I was going to mention this earlier, but what Lauren LaFleur can do, we've talked about it before, where playing goal kick to goal with your kicks is not the best strategy. Honestly, that's not a terrible strategy here for Lauren LaFleur. Just to kick that
just
thing
to
as
boom
far
it
as you
deep
can.
right now.
Make the other goalie have to play it, and
then. 2, when you got White back there, if it gets away from the defender and she runs it down, then anything can happen.
Yeah,
as we saw to open the half.
It's a really not a bad idea here for Lauren LaFleur. Eats time and flips the field and makes Assumption have to run the entire length the other way.
Stop, back out, and that's going to go wide by Drew Dorsey. Just a sophomore.
I love that pass from Annika Katula. I mean, she saw Drew right there at the top of the box and just said, got the better angles. It's a soft touch, gives her an opportunity to kind of time it up, and just unfortunately can't quite find the back of the net.
You look down this lineup of Assumption, they got some senior leadership in there, but also you see a lot of junior sophomores and a couple freshmen sprinkled in. So, again, they are the team you talk about reloading. You know, the program is solid and they keep rebuilding. And
yeah, they never have a rebuilding year in the definition.
That one's back in.
Their rebuilding year is a state quarterfinal appearance instead of the semis or a championship. That's a rebuilding year by Assumption standards.
Now she heard you, and she's booting it out there deep.
Yeah, keep flipping the field. Yeah, and with Traylon White's pressure, like you said, anything can happen up there.
There's White. She
what a touch.
Heel kicks it, yeah. Now
can she win
still battling for it over there. And
offsides call.
Oh. Yep, the flag up over there. How did she get up? Who was offside? Because
I think it was I think the
after she went by the.
Yeah, I guess she went by initially and was offside. I was trying to.
Because I thought she was playing the ball.
That's what I thought too.
And then when the defender touches it too.
Yeah, the defender resets it kind of. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was about to kind of explain that, but I was like, that's not how offside works.
Yeah, and they changed that rule here back a few years. If the defender goes and redirects the ball, then it's a little different in how you do your offside position. But we won't get deep into that now. We're heading up to 5 minutes to play here in Heelan.
How about this
on
run?
The verge.
As the 7 seed, they're going to knock off. I mean, they played Assumption 4 times in the last 13 years here at State. Haven't beat them, hadn't scored a goal against them prior to today, and now as the 7 seed, looking like they're going to knock them off and play for their 2nd state title in program history. Just an outstanding job by Coach Mansfield and the Crusaders.
Coming in there, and still outside, a chance to turn around on it. Turning is Katula, but then Heelan just sends it out again.
Bleeker doing a nice job there, making sure that's a throw-in and not a corner to keep that out on the sideline. And there's Peck, just keep it out of play, keep having them reset.
Oh,
great touch
job there defensively to knock that out.
Oh, they're going to card Newberg here.
You're letting the parents run you, man.
Good job, Jada.
3:45 to go. The second yellow card here on Heelan.
Yeah, Peck had gotten one previously, but she's also got 2 goals to her line. So,
but I think that aggressiveness, they turned it up there in that first half, the diving tackles, the bump it over the top and going at it. And, a couple instances too aggressive with the yellow cards, but I think they just were a little more aggressive here against Assumption early.
Yeah. And at some point, the quantity has to take into account saying, hey, I've blown the whistle on you guys a number of times and message hasn't gotten across or whatever. And so sometimes you gotta card them, Just to get the message across, like, hey, the physicality is just a little too consistently too much. So,
yeah, that one going to come over, go wide. Randy, do we have a score on the other game?
See if we can flag that down here.
Headed up. Now back out.
Gilbert and Des Moines Christian are in overtime at a scoreless draw right now.
Wow.
So that one might not be decided by the time this one's over.
Yeah. Could play in the hands of Heelan here as
right.
they get a little more rest, you know.
Heelan's only going to have to play 80 minutes here today. Whoever comes out of that DMC Gilbert games might play 100 and might go to penalty kicks.
And rolls back to the keeper once again. Oh. Whoa, that one came off the foot right at Holzbrink.
Yep.
Just wrong spot, wrong time, and
that's a senior too. She doesn't want the clock.
She's mad. Yeah, she does not want to come off.
She doesn't
the field
want to come
here.
off that way. And I understand that too. And the referee's pleading with her.
She may have a little blood on that nose. I don't know.
And that's the problem.
Got her flesh in the face with 1:59 to play.
But
what? I mean, she's been out there working hard.
She has been.
The whole Assumption team, right up to the end. The result hasn't been quite what they wanted, but
and you know that's not the way she wanted to come off the field. She wanted to be able to play this final 2 minutes or so. But again, like you said, she's been all over the place. She's been physical. She's been challenging the Heelan forwards. So I mean, while she's not going to be able to play the full 80 minutes, she can be very satisfied with the final 78 as a night.
That one goes wide and out. And clock winding down here on the season for Assumption. Now back the other way. Comes Gangler. Sends it up a little too long.
Yeah, and just can't say enough about the job Heelan's done. I mean, with going up against the perennial power in girls soccer here in this state. And
they just really took the game to them today.
They did.
Yep.
And you really don't see this done to Davenport Assumption at any point, whether it's in the regular season or the state tournament. This is it's always a close game with Assumption. And cool to see Olivia Holzbrink will be back into the game to finish what she started here for the final 30 seconds.
30 seconds to go here. Ten seconds. And the clock is going to run out on the season. Heelan will advance. And Davenport Assumption, another fine season. Finish at 14-5.
You never really want to diminish a team to a Cinderella, especially like Bishop Heelan, but as a 7th seed, I mean, they kind of have played against all odds. They had to go up against the 2 seed. Then they had to go up against the 11th-time state champion Davenport Assumption, and they have not backed down to the challenge in any of these games. Credit to Coach Mansfield. They're going to get a chance to play for a title and make that traditional Notre Dame sign maybe come true that's being held by backup goalkeeper Abby Lee. It says play like a champion today. They want to get that second championship in program history.
So they'll make the trophy presentation here to Assumption. And Daniel, again, pleasure doing the match with you.
Likewise.
Randy did a pretty good job, too.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess he did all right. Well, the the student section started running on.
Run onto the field there, yeah.
Not allowed to yet.
We got other games to play on
yeah,
this
exactly.
field, too.
They got
the
to make sure. We got another 2A semifinal to go here. We got some North Scott fans and Dallas Center Grimes fans ready to take their places.
And
ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the field for the awards presentation. In addition to receiving medallions, every player will receive a commemorative soccer ball and bag tag provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Can there be a chair here?
Sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union.
Yeah.
Presenting awards from the Girls Athletic Union is Gary Ross and Ben Van White. Congratulations to the Davenport Assumption Knights and their coaching staff on an outstanding 2023 soccer season. Bishop Heelan fans, Lauren Peck will to the Class 1A championship match where they'll face either Gilbert or Des Moines Christian at noon tomorrow right here on Field 6. Congratulations.
all right, there you have it. The trophy's handed out, and Heelan will move on to playing the title matchup tomorrow afternoon. Or is that morning? Where's my schedule here? That is tomorrow at 10 a.m., tomorrow in the morning. So once again, thanks to the entire crew here today, and that's going to wrap it up for this semifinal at the Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.